Yeah, it was all right.
Did you do anything fun?
No, sat on the couch.
What'd you think about most when you kind of sat back and reflected on how things have gone so far? Good game?
Hasn't gone great. We are where we're at. We're not happy with that, but there's been a lot of good too.
What do you feel like has gone well?
We've been really explosive on offense. I've been happy with how the O-line is playing. Jamar's obviously playing great. Our great players are playing great. We just got to find ways to close these games out at the end and find ways to win them.
Pittsburgh's obviously pretty good at limiting explosive plays. How much do you have to be patient against them?
Go into the game thinking the same way we always do. See what they're doing. Find our opportunities to take our explosives. Find my opportunities to create plays outside the structure and be smart about it. And play the game the way that I think it'll have to be played against these guys.
Joe, a lot of defenses, you watch tape and they're playing one way and then they play you guys like a totally different way. Is Pittsburgh a team that's like, this is what we do and this is how we do it, or do they kind of morph a little bit when they play against you?
It's tough to tell because we haven't had both T and Jamar out there at the same time since 2021, really. And that was before we, became who we are. So they haven't changed much, but those two guys also haven't been out there. So we'll adapt to anything that we see, but expect the unexpected.
You mentioned the great players on this team are playing great. What would it need to get Orlando Brown Jr. back? Obviously, he was playing at a high level before he got hurt.
Yeah, he was playing great. Best of his career, one of the top tackles in the league, the way he's been playing this year. So when we have him back, I think that opens up some things that we can do. He wants to get it back out there. I know he does. We'll see if he is. But I think, Cody stepping into his spot, I think he's done an admirable job. But it'd be great to have him back out there.
Mike Tomlin said that you guys come out like gangbusters in the fourth quarter, and he was saying that, they've got to be able to play well for 60 minutes against you guys because of the way you guys have played recently in the fourth quarter. In the games that you've started fast and got up on some teams, what do you think's been the difference in when you've been able to score early on in the games and the games that you haven't been able to do it?
Well, we've also lost. I think we're 3-5 when we score first this year. So I don't think that's been. We've found a lot of different ways to lose games this year, not just scoring first or coming back and losing it at the end, but a lot of different ways.
You guys you won 3 straight games coming out of the bye, including putting 37 on Pittsburgh a couple years ago. Is there coincidence, or is there something to the way you guys handle the bye week that you seem to really kind of hit the ground running coming out of it?
I think you should be at your best after the bye. Your body's fresh. You got 2 weeks to prepare for an opponent, and if you're not feeling your best coming out of the bye, then you did something wrong.
The Steelers don't have as many sacks and pressures as they've had in years past, but they're very effective on passes downfield. Why is that?
They got great players up front. It's hard to hold on to the ball long enough to push the ball down the field. Teams haven't really tried to do that because of their guys up front. Teams try to run the ball, quick play action, get the ball on the perimeter. You don't want to let those edge rushers, get off the ball, make you push up into the pocket into their really good interior rushers. So you got to play the game a certain way.
They got a reconstituted secondary. Anything that stands out about those new guys or the way they're playing?
They're physical. They're really good tacklers. Their safeties are, 2 of the best tandems in the league. I have a lot of respect for those guys, the way that they're playing right now, the way that they disguise their coverages. You just consistently see them making open field tackles on plays that should have been explosives, and they come out and make an open field tackle to limit that. So, we're going to have to be great in the open field, making guys miss and creating some plays.
Do you feel like y'all have to win out from here in order to have a shot at the playoffs?
I'm not worried about the playoffs at this point. I'm worried about trying to play my best, be as consistent as I can, get our offense to an even higher level, and continue to create big plays, put points on the board, and I'm just focused on trying to be the best that I can be.
Do you have to do anything different with your wrist rehab to get ready for like a cold weather game, or is that something
I don't know.
about?
That's a question that remains to be answered. I haven't experienced a cold weather game with that yet. In the past when I've had injuries, cold weather does affect it. So we'll find out if maybe I'll have a heater on the sideline or something. I haven't really thought about that yet, but we'll see.
How do you feel like you threw today?
Could have been better.
Does a glove help, or I mean, in training camp you were doing the thing with the glove on and off. When you put a glove on, what does it help you in terms of your wrist?
I wouldn't say it helps anything in terms of my wrist. That's just something I've always done when it's cold or dry outside. Just to when your hand is dry, it's hard to hold the ball. So that's something that I've always done to keep my hand moist and be able to get that tack on the ball that I need.
As you're kind of looking at, you're thinking about playoffs right now, and as you go through these next 6 games, how much are you, given your position and your role on the team, looking at holistically as to kind of how this thing is built and kind of maybe what needs to look like, not only for the rest of this year, but maybe beyond? How much do you think about that as you kind of go through these next 6 games?
Those are probably thoughts that I'll have postseason or towards the last couple games. It's not something that I've thought about yet.
Joe, do you reflect back on your first 11 games during the bye week, or do you just kind of put it all in the rearview mirror? How do you handle that?
Yeah, you reflect on things that you've done well, things that you could do better, things that as overall as a unit you could be doing better, or things that have gone well that you need to continue to play at a high level. So you think about all those things.
What things are you thinking you want to do better in the next 6 weeks?
Be more consistent in my ball location, and then when that play comes up to go win the game, go seize that opportunity. There's every game there's an opportunity here and an opportunity there that you could have seized that maybe you didn't. So that's what I'm focusing on, is just trying to seize every opportunity that's there.
What was your reaction to the Pink was coming back?
I wouldn't say I had a reaction.
Do you watch Russell play at all down through the years?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
What do you think of his game?
Obviously one of the best. He's been fun to watch for a long time. High level playmaker. I admire the way that he throws the football. He throws it consistently with great spin and velocity and touch to all levels of the field. I've admired him for a long time.
Yeah, have you ever talked to him, ever met him?
Yeah, I met him a couple times. Know his family a little bit. Good people.
What's impressed you looking around the league at quarterback this year that's really stood out in your mind?
I think Bo Nix is playing at a high level right now. We've had a lot of like opponents. Those are really when you have like opponents, you see teams on film. I think Bo's playing at a high level. I think Jaden Daniels is playing at a high level. Obviously the big name guys, Lamar, Josh, and Patrick, they're always playing at a high level. So there's a lot of high level quarterback play across the league, much more than just those names that I mentioned. But those are the names that stand out when you watch them on tape.
When you're watching that film, obviously you're focused on the defense, but is it hard as a quarterback not to let your eyes drift and kind of critique and see what the other quarterback's doing specifically?
Yeah, you're looking what the defense does, but you're always watching other quarterbacks too. You watch what you need to on defense, then you shift yourself over to the offensive side on the same play and see, what the concept was, what other teams are doing on offense, what quarterbacks are doing well. That's always the fun part.
You've got to know Bo pretty well over the years, correct?
Know him a little bit, yeah.
What's been the most impressive thing? Obviously, he's had a lot of ups and downs throughout his college career, now coming into the situation in Denver. Why do you think, knowing him as well as you do, like he's been able to succeed given all the circumstances around him over the years?
I think he's always looking for ways to improve, trying to get better. He called me a couple years ago, and we talked over the phone about, my process, my journey, and it seems like he's just always looking to learn, trying to find ways to get better and improve himself, and that's a recipe for success.
Before he went to Oregon, right?
Yeah, I think that was right before he had transferred.
Given what you guys have been dealing with as a team this year in terms of, you know, a couple of you guys playing really high level and the record still being 4-7, does it give you more appreciation for the fact that like a coach like Mike Tomlin has literally never had a losing record before?
Yeah, I would say so. You know, it's hard to win in this league, no matter who you have out there, and to have that on your resume, I would say, speaks a lot to how you do, how you go about your business day in and day out.
Zach
Play
said,
Pittsburgh.
Zach said T is in good shape right now, but part of the plan is that he may not be a full participant on Wednesdays. How do you all as a unit go about making sure that that doesn't hinder the process leading up to Sunday?
I don't think it does. I think T has enough reps banked that we've thrown every route in our route tree a million different times, and so we have the timing down. He knows when the ball's going to be there. I know where he's going to be, and I think it's good for the young guys to go in there and get some reps in those situations too, where T feels good, and try to get him to Sunday, and so we don't need those reps with T, and then you can put some young guys in to try to develop them a little bit.
How is playing Pittsburgh different from maybe playing Baltimore or Cleveland?
It isn't much. All three teams have really good pass rushers. They're going to be able to affect the throw in a lot of different ways, whether it's being physical in the secondary or getting your hands up on quick game or hitting you after the play. They're always pretty similar games.
You've talked about your leadership at times this year. Do you have a goal or approach in mind for this final stretch here, 6 weeks coming out of the bye?
I just told everybody focus on doing what you can do every day to try to get better and putting yourself in the best position that you can to try to seize that opportunity when it comes your way on Sundays. We can't look at the big picture anymore. Big picture doesn't look great. We just have to focus on the day-to-day, focus on doing everything with intent to improve yourself.
How important is that to not focus on big picture, especially when people like us do, and look at the big picture, especially for the young guys?
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can approach it at this point. I try to approach it that way every week from week one. I think that gives you your best chance of success, but at this point in the season, just focus on what you can do to improve. You're responsible for anything that you put on tape. Free agency's coming up after the year. A lot of things happen after the year. You want to put all the great stuff that you can out there on tape for the league to see, and I'm focused on doing that, being as consistent and as great as I can be week in and week out.
I think it's the first year since probably that 18-year no season, which you play, finish, you're healthy, but haven't had kind of the stakes at the end of the season. Seems like you kind of understand the realism of what is at stake right now. How tough has that been? It's the first time since then you really might not have anything to play for despite finishing the year healthy.
Yeah, we're not out of it yet. It's going to take a lot for us to get in, but at this point, just focus on what you can focus on, control what you can control, and that's trying to get better every week, putting great stuff out there on tape, week in and week out. That's what I'm focused on doing.
You talked in the offseason about bulking up to withstand the punishment and the hits, and do you feel, as it's moving into December now, do you feel like that's been beneficial? Do you feel better at this point in the year than maybe years past?
Yeah, I would say I always feel pretty good, at this point in the year when you're healthy. But yeah, I feel great right now. I feel like I'm moving the best I've ever moved. My strength is there, my weight is there, so I'm happy with where I'm at.
Took quite a few hits in the 2 games before the bye. Was there a point in the bye where you were like, all right, I'm not sore?
By Tuesday, I'm usually pretty good to go. You're always sore on Mondays, whether you take hits or not. Monday's usually pretty rough, but then by Tuesday you get in there, get your lift, and then usually by Wednesday you're pretty good.
With Thanksgiving tomorrow, what is it that you're thankful for this year?
Thankful to be healthy currently. Thankful to be playing quarterback in this league. Thankful for all my friends and family. excited about the opportunity that I have week in and week out to go and prove myself and show all the hard work that I've done for a long time. So, I'm always grateful for that opportunity.
So what's on the menu?
Ham, green bean casserole, little pumpkin pie, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see what else. Usually little mashed potatoes too.
No turkey?
Maybe a little turkey, but mostly ham.
What's the,
Right,
what's the
right.
one, what's the one dish that's always on the table that should not be on the table, in your opinion?
I don't know. I'll eat just about anything for the most part.
Would you like
Speaking
to
of
play
tables, are you a ping pong table guy?
Depends on my mood. We played a little bit this week. I used to be a big ping pong guy. Haven't played in a while, but maybe since it's back in there, we'll get a couple games
Does
in.
it help? You think it helps? Does it help with, they're talking about bonding and camaraderie, does that help?
Who knows? Can't hurt.
Do you want to play on Thanksgiving someday? Would you like to?
Yeah, I would love to play on the holidays. That's something I've always wanted to do since I was little. Play on Christmas, watching the NBA games. I wanted to play in those. Watching the football games on Thanksgiving. That's something that I've always wanted to do. Having families get together on the holidays, watch me play football. I think that's an exciting opportunity.
How's the jumper right now?
The what?
The jumper.
Jumper's pretty good right now. Yeah.
Speaking of basketball, Kevin Durant today kind of came out and said he believes in you more than anyone else when he was asked about his playoff predictions. What's the connection between you and Kevin Durant?
We just met each other a couple years ago. Got to know each other over the years. He's become a friend. I always enjoy seeing him, hanging out with him. Watched a couple UFC fights together a couple years ago. That might have been last. Who knows at this point when that was, but it's always good to see him and talk about your process, your greatness, and everything in between. So, I've gathered a lot of information and gained a friend, I would say. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Joe.